President. Are we in a quorum call?
We are not.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last November, the American people returned President Donald Trump to the Oval Office with a mandate to restore common sense in government. And in many ways, this common sense was most needed on the issue of protecting women and girls. After 4 years where President Biden waged a war on women's sports, the message from voters was clear. No more biological men competing in women's athletics. No more stolen records and medals, and no more invasions of privacy, humiliation, and harm for our nation's incredible female athletes. To be certain, President Trump has delivered on the mandate. On Inauguration Day, the President issued an executive order that affirms the federal government's position that there are only two sexes, male and female. This is a position grounded in biological reality, not gender ideology. Last month, the President also signed an executive order that bans biological males from competing in women's sports. It was an honor to join President Trump at the signing ceremony, along with the brave young women and girls who have spoken out for fairness, safety, equal opportunity, including one of those female athletes, Tennessee's Riley Gaines. The terms of the order are simple. If you allow men to compete in women's athletics, you will lose your federal funding. To no one's surprise, the order is getting results. Right after President Trump signed it, the NCAA, which oversees more than 530,000 student athletes, announced that it would comply with the order. For more than a decade, the nation's largest athletic association allowed men to compete in women's events. It will be a top priority of mine to ensure that this injustice never happens again and that the NCAA will fully adhere to the executive order. While the vast majority of states are complying, there are some states, blue states, like California and Maine, that are vowing to fight President Trump over the order. The message they are sending is clear. Democrats are willing to risk millions in federal funding for schools to uphold their radical far-left ideology that claims there are no differences between men and women. The American people know better, and so do the more than 3 million female high school and college athletes who deserve every single opportunity to succeed. They work hard, they train hard, they set their goals, they compete, and they work to succeed. To celebrate all of these incredible accomplishments from these 3 million high school and college athletes, I'm asking for unanimous consent for my resolution to establish October 10th, the 10th month, 10th day, recognized by the Roman numerals XX, like the female sex chromosome, as American Girls in Sports Day, setting aside a day to recognize the accomplishments of 3 million high school and college female athletes. In addition to celebrating female athletes, this resolution calls on sports governing bodies across the country to protect women and girls in sports. There is absolutely zero reason for Senate Democrats to oppose this resolution, and here is the reason why. We have a New York Times Ipsos poll that tells the story on this. 79% of the American people, including 67% of Democrats, want to make certain that female sports are for girls and women. Those numbers, 67% of Democrats, 79% of all Americans say they are with us. They want to protect women and girls in sports. They want to make certain that they have the right to compete, the right to train, the right to do team building, and the right to succeed and be recognized for it. So, Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation be discharged from further consideration, and the Senate now proceed to S-Res 21. Further, that the resolution be agreed to, the preamble be agreed to, and that the motion to reconsider be considered, made, and laid upon the table.
Is there an objection?